Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Rolling to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that fourth down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott rolling to his left. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, he's already shown on this opening drive that he will run the football. We know that about him, Charles, so maybe when he gets outside the pocket, the defense a little wary about the run, and he's able to convert the pass.
And that wariness will often cause you to be a step or two slow. And sometimes you get so focused on will he or won't he run the football, you forget that there are receivers in your area, and they find themselves open, and there's another completed pass.
First down, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Prescott now on second down. He'll buy some time right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And again, it's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Jones. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 67 yards. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
It got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Pollard will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
83 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Dancing to his left. Targets Lamb on the comebacker. Pass is complete. Take this to the other side of midfield before going. Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Prescott to throw it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To the air again, Prescott escaping the pressure right. Looks right. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Flushed out right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott off play action, eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safe.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 117 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Jones throwing on 1st down. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Barkley trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones,
he's got him in, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. Step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To throw is Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
forced out to his left. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Rolling to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott, sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
That is caught. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, here we go. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now here come the Cowboys.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
But here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game.
They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Steps away to his left. Looking downfield for Pollard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott yet again, rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out come the Giants. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 29, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, he's had some success running the football today instead of throwing it. He's outside of the pocket there. I thought he might tuck it and run. Instead, he throws the pick-6.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on with your thought process there, partner, because in this ball game, his legs have done more damage than his arm. He tried it again to no avail.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
1st down, Prescott. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
3rd and long for Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. What a 1st half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CeeDee.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Giants ready to come out now. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This time they stay on the ground. They find some open field here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Jones on first down. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Prescott on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Cowboys will go. Prescott flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Barkley, inside handoff. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down. Five yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And out now come the Cowboys. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation. And
now here is another interception. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go, hey. First down, Giants.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside. They got his man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup of 38.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Flushed out right. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. Fights him off. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move.
Boy, 192 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down, here's Barkley again. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
They'll go to Barkley again. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Half jumbo. And the Giants first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And shoving his way inside the 35. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, New York.
Saquon Barkley running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's Jones off the bootleg. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
Well, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, Wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Prescott. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, 46 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate who can get them the ball. We've seen the result, days like this one.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead will shrink to 6. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He has had a whale of a game. In the third quarter, you're already over 200 yards. I don't know what more he can do at this point.
Not a whole lot, and what he has found is that zone that we always talk about, where every carry feels great. Every carry potentially is a sprint to the end zone, and all he wants to do is ride it as long as this game goes on.
Yeah, now he's just thinking 300 yards maybe.
At the 30-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete, they cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intent.
And he's is going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Running left, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. It's complete.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't for...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7.
Touchdown! Darren Waller, 28 yards. And the Giants have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
He'll buy some time right. And now here is another interception. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
First down, Giants.
Here's a give to Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Off play action, Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Yeah, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A game there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Throwing, Prescott, buying time to his left. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Prescott. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, Just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. And the Giants' 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Sheds off the tackle. And out across midfield down to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Here we go. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, New York.
A handoff. Barkley running left. Shifts by him. And one more time. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Gain of 21 yards. 1st down, New York.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Jones will try and run with it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Barkley going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this time he is in. Saquon Barkley taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Cowboys 41.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Prescott rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's got it down to the 28.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. On 2nd and goal. Jones escaping the pressure. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete.